Today, we're going to talk about why FTX, one of the largest cryptocurrency markets, has filed for bankruptcy, and how you should have been able to see it, and how you can look for this kind of thing in the future. Let's start off with why cryptocurrency is just a bad investment from the get-go. A lot of people will disagree with me on this, but cryptocurrency in its basis is commodity trading. Why would I say it's commodity trading? Well, let's just break it down to what a cryptocurrency is. In theory, a cryptocurrency as a currency isn't a bad idea. Because just like gold, there's only so much of it. There is intrinsic value to gold compared to other goods and services. So you can say an ounce of gold is worth 50 bushels of apples, 50 gallons of diesel, whatever you want to do. The same is true of a cryptocurrency because it uses blockchain technology. Blockchain technology has a lot of great uses. However, as an investment, it's not great. What it is good at is it's great at having partial ownership of an electronic product. And that's what it is. Because, let's say cryptocurrency, just for simplicity's sake, there is 1 to 1 million bits of crypto. With blockchain technology, you can't make any more from 1 to 1 million. You have pieces of it, but you can't make more. There's only a set amount because of this technology, just like gold. That makes it great for things like retaining value. But what is the value of a blockchain piece of cryptocurrency? That's the question. And that's why some people think it's valuable, because they're only not going to make so much. But just like gold, it's not a business. You're not buying a piece of a business. You're buying, let's just say, an ounce of crypto or an ounce of gold. You can buy it. You can hold on to it. But what's the value? The value is as much as the next person's going to buy for it. So they're calling FTX a pyramid scheme. It is. But so is hoarding gold. All you're doing is you're buying something and hoping that the next person that buys it will pay more for it than you did. That is commodities trading. That is betting that there's going to be more of a want for it in the future. The difference is with gold, it's physical, you can hold it, or crypto, you can make as many different types of cryptocurrencies you want. You might be thinking that there are some people out there that buy gold and they do well and they're a good investor. Not really. Investing is when you're actually trying to build a business. And now there's 2 ways you can do it. You can be an entrepreneur, and I think it's great to be an entrepreneur. If you're an entrepreneur, you are literally making jobs for other people. You are providing goods or services for other people. It is one of the best things you can do out there. However, if you're like me, I am not an entrepreneur in the fact that I don't have a business right now. I have this YouTube channel, but I don't have a business that does goods or products right now. So how can I be a part of a business that does make money? Well, that's investments, where you buy a fraction of a company. Apple, Google, Tesla, or what I do is index funds, where I just buy a small piece of the top 500 companies or the top 1,000 companies or the mid-cap companies, whatever, a small piece of all of the companies, and that way I just ride the market, and I get 7% every year on the average of what you're going to make in the stock market if you do index fund investing. I didn't make this up. I'm not that smart. All I did is read the literature of other people that did it. But that's why you can say that is true investing versus commodities trading. Commodities trading, I'm sure, has a role somewhere, but not for your everyday investors. Honestly, I don't think I would ever do it, to be real, but that's here besides the point. So FTX is commodities trading, right? Cryptocurrency could be a currency, and I do believe there is a future for it somewhere. But when you have people that are trying to make money off of commodities trading and that many people doing it, people are going to get burnt, and that's what's happened here. Anytime you've got so many people trading in something like cryptocurrency, it should make you nervous. It should make you nervous when people are like, oh, I made so much money because I was smarter than the market. No one is smarter than the market. The market is hard, if not impossible, to read. Even people like Warren Buffett say that if he were to do it all over again, he would just index invest, because you're just riding the market. Innovation, business, it all profits. It's all there for you just to make money if you just get a small piece of each company. As soon as you started seeing all of these big celebrities start advertising cryptocurrency, it should have set off some red flags. Anytime there's a business that puts that much into advertising, you should do some red flags. How are they making money? It's not Nike. They're not selling a product. What are they selling? How are they profiting enough money to be able to pay these big actors, these athletes? How are they able to pay them that much money? Red flag on the play. Now, I want you to understand the intricacies of this because it's going to happen again. We will repeat it. 3 years ago, when this all started to come up, because I was working at the hospital, I had paramedics, nurses, friends of mine, they're like, oh man, you got to invest in this. And they explained it to me. They gave me the whole pitch. I think even before FTX was a company. They may have been a company. I don't know. But they gave me the pitch. This is cryptocurrency. It's going to be the currency of the future. You can't track it. You can immediately pay for things. You can hold all of your money in a digital wallet. You can hold it on a USB drive. All of this sounds good in theory, right? Because the reality of it is the government does have a lot of control over the money. They do print more money than they should. They do a lot of not cool things to our financial world. And having a more free-based way of being able to transfer money where you didn't have to go through banks, the federal people couldn't track it. I like the idea. But that's not what was being sold. What was being sold is if you buy Bitcoin, for example, if you buy one of these cryptocurrencies and you hold on to it, it's going to go up in price and then you can sell it at a lower price or a higher price. Why would someone else want to buy it? Why? When does the monopoly money stop working? This is where we're at now. And I say all this because you need to be cognizant of this. I saw this 3 years ago and I should have made a video about it. I should have laid it all out there and told everybody why I think it is a bad investment because it's not a true investment. A car is an investment. Land is an investment. None of these things are investments unless there's a way to make money off of them. It is not even really an asset. These are all things that are going to cost you money in the long run. Here's a good example. My dad wanted me to buy land when I was 18. I just got my EMT license. He's like, Logan, you're an adult now. You need to buy some land. I said, Dad, why do you want me to buy some land? He said, we need to buy some land because they're not making any more of it. I said, what do you want me to do with this land? Now, let me pause here and say, I'm not against land ownership. I think it's very important for you to own the house you live in and be a landowner, to be a tenant of the land. I really think that's positive. But that's not what he was saying. He was saying you need to buy some land because they're not making any more of it and you could probably make some money off of it. I disagree. As soon as someone says you need to buy something because someone might pay more for it in the future, you should have a red alert. That is commodities trading. Now, if you say, buy the land and then lease it out to farmers for 10 years, then you'll have the mortgage paid off and then you'll have the land completely free and clear, no mortgage on it whatsoever. That's a different story because you have a business plan for what you're purchasing. It's like buying a new car. Why do you need to buy a new car? It's a depreciating asset. It's not an asset. It's a liability because it's going to cost you money just to own. For that car to sit there, it's going to cost money in tags, oil, batteries, transmission, alternator, all these things. It's going to cost you money. Unless you're buying that vehicle for business. Like if you own a lawn care service. Or if you're doing Uber. I don't like saying Uber because I don't agree with how much money they pay you. It's not really worth your time or your vehicle to do it. But that's a whole nother story. If you're buying this vehicle for a business, it's a different story. But you have to have a good, profitable business plan and understand what it's going to cost and the risks of buying that vehicle or whatever asset you want to go for. I'm getting a little off topic here. I was really trying to convey the fact that it is commodity trading and that you should be able to recognize the difference between an asset and a liability. I have nothing wrong with you buying some commodities, right? Because I can understand if you want to hedge your bets by buying commodities. However, this is where I differ from most people. I either want to be 100% in the market. I want to be invested in index funds. And when I get close to retirement, I want to be invested about 60% straight into index funds, 40% into bonds, completely into the market. Or I want you to buy bullets and beans for the end times. Playing the middle ground where you buy all this other weird stuff makes no sense to me. Because either I believe that the market's going to work the way it should, and that we're going to still be a country in 150 years and that everything's going to be fine in the world. Or I believe there's going to be World War III and I need to be prepared for that. There's not going to be much middle ground. I don't see a world that the stock market will fail and we're not in a World War III scenario. So to me, that says either I need to be completely invested in the stock market and do everything the way I should do it, or I need to buy bullets and beans. And you say bullets and beans because beans don't go bad and bullets are, what you need to shoot stuff. I just don't want anyone else to get caught up in this crap. I don't. I don't want you to get caught up in it, and I don't want you to not see it coming next time. So the next time this happens, if it sounds sexy and it sounds cool and the profit margins are crazy good, it's probably too good to be true. You get 7 to 10% on average just by being invested in index funds in the stock market. The longer you're invested, the higher you're up from that 7 to 10%. So if you invest for the next 30 years of your life, you just throw money in there, throw money in there, throw money, never touch it, your returns, you can almost bet on 10% over 30 years, basically. That's what all the literature says. That's what all it says. If they're saying more than that in a shorter amount of time, and that's 10% every year, right? You should be weary. You should be very, very weary of those people. I don't usually talk finances on my YouTube channel, and I'm glad that I was able to do that with you. I hope you got something out of it. I hope there's just like a little nugget of information you can take with you. If you do like it, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, because if you like this, I'll do more of this. I do feel very passionate about personal finance and how you can better your life through personal finance. Because that's the thing. Money is now our food and water, so you have to manage your food and water very well to have a long life. Manage your personal finance. Enjoy this. Please, like I said, share it with a friend, do all that stuff. Loganites, remember, keep your core on the cob.